your introduction, sir.
Hi, I'm Steve Balling. I'm just a guy who's been around here and there at times. Long story. We go back 6 years ago. I'm a professional in Albuquerque. I'm around the time of the pandemic. I'm transitioning away from being a teacher for APS into more personal businesses, pursuing kind of a private acting coach in production company on one level with myself in business. I also was in restoration contracting with some prominent contractors in this town and areas throughout here in Rio Rancho. And then one day I wasn't. One day that was all gone. And I'm a father. I was a father. I'm still a father.
You're still a
But I
father.
haven't been able to be a father for over 5 years. That prominence was gone. That security was gone. And I spent a major part of the last 4 years. The last year has been an upward year. It's been a great swing year. I got away from a lot of things that were holding. A year ago, last May, I made an active decision to become sober while on the street,
Right, way to go,
which
man.
is one of the hardest battles
Yep.
I think any human being can do while being on the street. And I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back. It was just something I had to do before I died because he had held me. I've been stabbed. I'm out there. I was losing myself more every day. In the last 3 months, I've had friends. I had 3 friends since February that I can think of right this minute die on those streets, all of which were women who were younger than me, which, as I understand, unless statistics have changed, should have outlived me, and such. But I see, like, I'm the guy who's going to get confused and redirected probably 30 times throughout today when I do talk. But point in being, I've seen both sides. I know that this situation is not a cookie cutter situation. And I'm a strong believer that the real barriers to being housed are individual to every single person who's out there today. And to get people off the street for any amount of time is a blessing because you may have given that person another day. You at least gave them one more day of comfort that they were not going to see being chased down the streets, having their things thrown away, constantly forced into situations of desperate survival rather than human care and understanding and connection, which I think are the pathways to getting them off the street.
100%.
That we have to humanize people, that we have to connect with people, that we have to understand that that there is no two paths to
Yes.
where people are out there today. Nobody's situation looks exactly like the person next to them, and the only people that are who understand that are the people who don't understand how they got there. They just know that they are sitting there together, and that's the people that it's such a bond. It's such a re-socialization compared to what I wouldn't understand it if I hadn't lived it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something I think 90% of the people in homes or at the grocery store right now, or having to chase another homeless junkie out of their store today, or having to get that person who's now camping and leaving needles in front of my yard today. What we have to understand, it's such a culture shock. I was telling Elsa on my way here that for the rest of my life, I'm one step closer to being comfortable. I can go outside in a backpack Actually, I don't need a backpack. With the clothes on my back, I can go outside and not go home today. I can find a way to make it into tomorrow out there on the street. And that's something that most people who haven't been there don't realize. That's something you have to overcome now. You have to overcome that. For most of my life, I wasn't homeless because I'd never been homeless before. There was no way I was going to sleep outside. There was no way I was going to go without knowing where my next meal came from. And once you've done it, you can do it. And that's the most damaging and dangerous.